And so we're back in the Chantry Haven, and before I go for level up, a little disclaimer. In this game you can do the gather coin water mission an unlimited amount of times, so you can get unlimited money. And if I take a look in my inventory, yeah, it's a tiny bit more gold now than what we had before. But since the game engine allows that, well, it's different than in the first two games where money was limited. But here we can just do this over and over. So let me see. There's something I can get an Inquisition perk, and I think I'll go with the tempered glass flasks.
Could you try not to antagonize him?
If I offend the man so easily, perhaps he should try leaving me alone.
Another 107 gold. And then send finally someone to do this. Let's send Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
And then more coin with Josephine.
Let us begin.
So, level up. Hold on, no. One thing first. Solas, you have an amulet of power here. Let's use that. Wait, did we do it? Yes, we did. Oh, and we got another amulet of power that says restriction Iron Bull only. Interesting. So what amulet do we give you? Life Ward? Constitution or Dexterity? Maybe the Dexterity for you and maybe the Constitution for you. What does Varric have? +2 Cunning. Yeah. Do we have any belts? That's not for you, that's mage only. Superior Belt of Focus. So what is this focus you're talking about? I wonder. And now the level up. I do want to get to revival somewhat soon-ish. It's just nice to have it on 2 mages. Oh, this threat reduction, mind blast is nice. What does this do? Barrier bonus. Oh yes. Let's go for this first before we go to revival. So what else we got? Cassandra has 1 point. Maybe Vanguard. Challenge. Armor bonus. That sounds good. Charging Bull. Warcry. Let's go with a passive for now. Solas. I could give you just the same here, but I think I'm going to upgrade Revival first with the Life Ward upgrade. Oh no, wait, I do have 2, so I could give you this as well. Actually, let me do that. That's good. And Varric, what do we have for you? Something in archery, damage bonus, more dexterity. Yeah. Damage bonus with each consecutive hit. Sounds good, except especially for boss fights. Alright. Let me just see the fresh air. Was there something else on the requisition table? Otherwise I'm going to... No, I don't have the Dragstone.
When will you be able to get us the crafting supplies we need? When they're ready. Piss off.
In that case, Let me get to the world map. And let's explore the Fallow Mire. Oh, wait. At least we got a proper loading screen, not just blank black. Mounts are the fastest way to travel across the land, so you're saying there are mounts in this game. And now it's black. Hello? Why not have a proper loading screen like we just had a moment ago? Why does it have to be blank black?
Thank you for coming. Maybe you can solve this mess. Our missing patrols are being held hostage by Avar, barbarians from the mountains.
What are they doing in a bog?
That's the thing. Their leader, he wants them to fight you, because you're the Herald of Andraste.
What do they have against Andraste?
Well, the Avar think there are gods in nature, as in the sky has a god and the forest. The Avar say you're claiming to be sent by one, and they'll challenge the will of your god with their own. I think their leader's just a boastful little prick who wants to brag he killed you.
I've survived demons. I think I can handle myself against some southern barbarians.
Yeah, you'd think, but they're a brawny bunch. Getting to our troops won't be easy. You'll have to fight your way through undead. Wait, you're not squeamish about undead, are you?
They're only corpses possessed by spirits.
Right. Nothing to fear. The Avar are holed up in the castle on the other side of the Fallow Mire. Make her willing, the Inquisition's people are still alive.
So, welcome to one of my favorite areas in Dragon Age Inquisition. I just love this look. Love the colors, love the rain, love just how it looks, the terrain. Ah, it's awesome. So, what about you? Do you have something for me?
I've news, sir.
What is it?
See for yourself, sir.
Summerstone and Blue Vitriol. Okay. And what is there to be found? Ornate silver necklace, but it wasn't it. It's another bottle. Great. Once we found all those 29, we at least have a retirement plan. We can open a tavern and have a starting stock of drinks. Wait. I can't point this? Potion spelled? Alright, I did get the additional potion slot, but it didn't add any potions. Hold on.
Nothing to report, sir.
There. What do we add? Could do the lyrium potion or the healing mist. I actually like that. That uses spindleweed. Cassandra. Then I have to use something else on you. Like what? Not sure if I need any of these resistances anytime soon. You know what? Can I do that double? No, that just moves it. Would have been interesting to have 2 slots with the same potion. Solus, maybe give you the lyrium potion? I mean, it only uses elf fruit, so why not? And you? Tears of the Dead. Yeah, why not? I mean, we don't need it right here probably because it's poison and there's a whole lot of undead. So what are your tactics? Nothing about using poison. Alright. So let's explore the area a little. Got some blue vitriol. Wait, why can't I get this? Alright, first glitch of the day. What else we got? Nothing here. No resources around this place, this corner of the area. But there's nothing. Alright, what else? There we go. That sounds more promising, or looks more promising. I mean, it also sounds promising because I get a ping from the search ability. There we go. Our Summerstone, our blue vitriol. Oh, that was a lot. Yeah, we'll get that requisition soon. What else we get? How about more Summerstone? And nothing here. There's something in the water.
Careful.
And now there's...
The water draws them out.
Yeah, good to know. Level 12. Interesting. And still only 13 experience? That wasn't too crazy. Okay, this place also has elf fruit. And more elf fruit. And to mix it up, more elf fruit. Blue vitriol. Almost there. So what else was there on the other side before we go down further into this bog? Is that inside the hut?
Signs of a plague.
It must have been a terrible illness. No one's come to reclaim the land. No one living at any rate.
Is that better equipment for Cassandra, maybe? Let me see. Shield. Yes. Definitely better. Oh, level 9. Never mind. What do we have as for weapons? You already have the better one. So I can move this to valuables. We don't need a Kunari battle axe. And the shocking staff. You know what? Since we're fighting undead here, maybe I should switch to something that isn't cold damage. Maybe this would be better now. What does Solus have? You already have a fire staff, good. Or is shocking good? I don't know. I assume fire damage is better against undead. I honestly didn't look it up. I'm just assuming. Anything else interesting? Firestorm ring. Life water amulet. Let's save that for when it's a little bit more critical. More elf fruit. Elf fruit. So what's up here? Interesting landmark. Oh, I can't claim while you are standing there. What? Varric? What the heck? Seriously, what happened to you?
see all of them. There must be more further in.
Yeah. And Varric, my dear? What the heck was that? So... even more fruit. Anything new around here? Maybe in that house? What do we have here? Something inside? Yes. Diary of Peter Marsh. Regain. What are we doing here? Smoking stuff? Looks weird. Alright, let's go down a little and see what else we can find around these parts. Oh, nice, there's a corpse floating in the water. Just what I wanted. Alright, that seems to be the shortest way in. And that already summons them. Diseased tissue. Yeah. That's appetizing. Yeah, I think fire damage is really good. Given that they're level 12, we do a lot of damage. Both Solas and I. Yeah, but Cassandra is not having a great time. Seriously, we're going through a lot of potions here. And what the heck is this with Varric? Seriously. Why does Varric go down like... So, what do you have? More diseased tissue. I really like Energy Barrage. It's such a strong spell, and given how it goes around with these projectiles, it can often bypass cover. Oh. And that bypassing of cover can be so useful. So, what else? How about more diseased tissue? How about some lightning for a change? How about some... Oh, Cassandra was already gone. Still don't know why Cassandra and Varric are taking so much damage. Little bit worried.
You joined the Inquisition when Seeker Pendergast questioned you.
He was very insistent that I help.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
It's surprising that an elven apostate is the one who joined the Inquisition voluntarily. Nicely done. The Veilfire may prove useful. Look out!
And these are not so useful. These are corpses. Maybe if I use my barrier a little bit more often and this Mind Blast, maybe, just maybe, Cassandra and Varric won't have such a bad time here. Oh, that was good. Mind Blast is useful. Good to know. Yeah, undead are not mindless beasts in Dragon Age. Nor is this Terror Demon. Varric is not just hurt, he's down for the count. Seriously, why does Varric drop so fast? I need to give Varric better armor, I think. I should have used barrier first. And now Solus is going down.
The beacons seem to draw out the undead. We could use them to fight on dry land.
Keep an eye out for more then.
Spirit Essence. What do we have over here? Phoenix scales. So there are phoenixes around these parts? Is that what this means? Is this a way of environmental storytelling that we want and cherish? Wait. No, I did want to go the other way. This is where it came from. Yes, down here. Dawn Lotus, that I needed that for something. I think one of the potion upgrades. Maybe I should have checked in whether I have some ingredients for potion upgrades. I'll do it when I get back to Haven. Eventually. In just a couple of hours. Right? Right. Blood Lotus. And more Blood Lotus. And more undead. Oh no, not undead. Just a little wraith. But when I step into the water, no undeads. Well, good. What do we have here? Velveteen. And more blue vitriol. More summerstone. Is this summerstone supposed to be something that's real? And the second one of these. So, where are the undead? Or demons? Oh wait, do I have to light the veil fire first? Well, in that case, let me get that loot. Now where are you? There you are. Thank you, Solus. Give me another lightning. Don't do that. Wait. Wait, why do... Oh, no it does. There. I need better barrier. I need some more upgrades for this. Definitely. And you two again, Varric and Solus. You take one of these. And I try to get a barrier on... Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, healing mist. Does it revive? I think I need an upgrade for that. So, I can't get barrier up just in time? Yeah, this is not great. Yep, this is not going as good as I thought it would. I'll return to that. Ah, there you are. So, yeah. Let's try to find another camp. How about that? Before we go back to those demons. A brilliant staff. More blood loaders. And jump. And jump. What do we have here? Smudge drawing. A little bit of loot. Enhanced immolate ring. Now that sounds interesting. Warrior or rogue? And more blue vitriol, as if this place is
set
looking.
up camp or keep moving.
Set up camp. Definitely. Yeah. Not the greatest of starts. Not the greatest of starts in this area. I mean, no complete party wipeout, but... Well, maybe I shouldn't even have said that.
Nothing to report, sir.
Good.
No sign of the Avar who want to challenge me. Or the Inquisition soldiers.
I hope the Avar haven't gotten bored with the hostages and that they understand how hostages work.
So, what else we got around here? Also, can I... You do use revival. And why did you never use it? Yeah, copsy, copsy, copsy. There you are. Oh wait, I wanted to get that immolate ring. So, as soon as I... Merrick! What the heck? What? Why I... Where are you even? Why are you here? Seriously? Why was Varric back there? Oh. Does archers actually do hit hard? Yeah, very hard. Why am I taking so much damage? I mean, yes, this is nightmare difficulty, I get it, but... Nope, let's not use flash fire. Let's use another healing potion. Why? Give me barrier, give me barrier. Or not. Solus, how about you return here? Alright, how about a rest? And now let me check that ring. Hold on first. What do I have here? Flash fire, barrier, energy bar, chain lightning, mind blast. But I don't have a... I had an immolate ring. So that's not what I need. Amulet of second wind. Might be better than just 2 cunning. Where else? Lunge and slash. You don't have lunge and slash, don't you? Potions belt? Nah. Solus, any rings for you? You also don't have immolate. Wish I had an energy barrage ring. Alright. So let's try this again. I mean, we are only level 6 and these are level 12. So yeah, of course this should be hard, but don't push me back in the water. Can I just get a little bit up here? And then try this. Maybe now they can't hit me. I don't know. Alright. Right, one down. Let's step into this again and out of it. If you people would let me. Where are you? Here. Yeah, they do take a lot of damage, but they also cause a lot of damage, which I don't like. Like here, Cassandra. Seriously, where is Cassandra? Oh, there. Right under my cursor. Yeah, this is not so great for you, isn't it? Step into the water, step out of the water, get the high ground. A little bit lower though. Okay. Now let's continue doing this a couple of 100 times. I really wish I had an improved or enhanced energy barrage ring. That would make this so much faster. Cassandra's taking so much damage again. Seriously. Come on. This is slow progress. But progress it is. And I should have leveled up. Maybe after this one. So, hello? Can I level up? Wait, you can level up. Right. You were just slightly behind me on all of this. Is there anything that improves your defense? Full draw? Chain reaction? Shockwave? Her. What do we have here? Stealth? No. Sabotaged? Better caltrops? More cunning? Regenerating stamina with every critical hit? Wider area? For caltrops or poisoned weapons? I don't think this helps a lot against undead. Maybe I'm mistaken, but maybe I'll just get an upgrade for you. Yeah, let's take this. What else we got? Cassandra. Maybe an upgrade to the payback strike? Or can you get anything that improves your endurance during combat? Lunge and slash? I would have that ring for it. Vanguard, what do we get here? Damage bonus? Your party does more damage to taunted targets. That's something. Maybe then this grinding will get a little bit faster. Is that everything? Oh wait, I forgot Solus. How could I forget you? What do we have here? Mana generation bonus? Willpower? Fade step? No. Mana surge. Or no, I don't need frost spells against the undead. Maybe improve your mind blast or threat reduction. Barrier 10%. Ooh, that's interesting. But let's take the other one first. Or currently. Cassandra's going... Oh, I know I'm taking hits. Give me another... Varric is down. We're taking too much damage here. I feel like I should improve all our armor. Why do I take so much damage? Seriously. Yeah, I need to replenish. This is no good. This is really no good. I need more endurance in combat. I need a whole lot more armor. You are alright, and so are you. Well, as good as you can. Alright, well, this will be slow. This will really be slow. Just stepping a little bit into the water. See one over there. Hello. Thank you for the barrier on Cassandra. Really need that. Yeah, it's a grinding. There's not much to be had. There's no conversations. There's just me arguing about how much damage we take when compared to how much we cause. Oh, we also do a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. But this is slow progress. This is going to take a while. Like, a lot. Cassandra again. I am now talking to you from one of those panels you see on your screen. I'm on the one that goes on regular speed, not on time-lapse. Fast forward. I am at this point 24 hours into the grinding here in the Fallow Mire, which means I am now level 16. which in turn means that now better materials, namely tier 3 materials, are available in the Black Emporium. I'm gonna buy a little bit more than I actually need, just in case. So, silver it, of course. Imperial vestment cotton. Some great bear hide. Where is it? Wait, let's go over it. Ah, yes, I did. Great bear hide. Everett. Where is it? Okay, let's go over it. Yes, I did. It was just under the... More of that. Some Dawnstone. There was a lot more than I will need, I think, for now. Right. I hope I got everything. So let's back to Haven and do some fine crafting. I don't think I have something for the gold nug, but just in case. And let's get a new armor. Superior Battlemaster Mail with silver ridge, some downstone, some more downstone, and Imperial vestment. Then let's add some arms and legs to that. Okay, armor for constitution. And more downstone for even more health. The corresponding legs for that. Again, volcanic aura, as well as craggy skin. But a little bit of range defense. Put those together. There. 330 maximum health bonus, plus whatever comes from the constitution. Some heal bonus, which is nice with the revival spell. So let's put that on. Yeah, that's a lot more health and armor. So then, let's get ourselves a new staff. A staff made with Dawnstone. Some great bear hide. Imperial Vestment cutting for heal and kill, which is nice. And more Imperial Vestment cutting for more willpower. And let's equip it already. That's a lot more DPS. And the crit chance, and the heal and kill, and the willpower. Okay, no magic bonus, but hey. I have the chance to put in a rune later if I have to or can. So, then... let's get some additions for Bianca. With great bear hide for a lot more crit chance. Another grip. And arms. Some average for better attack. Some great bear hide for even more crit chance. And more craggy skin for critical damage bonus. Let's put everything together. Little Bianca. 51 DPS right now. 51. And now it's more than 3 times as much. Not even counting the improved crit chance and critical damage bonus. Yeah, that should go well. And then we'll edit. Varric? Yes, Varric has some room for arms and legs. I didn't exactly plan for this, but since I bought more equipment, a little more crafting materials and equipment, I might as well go for it. What can we do? Heal bonus? That's good. Resistance magic defense sounds good. Magic and ranged? Sure. Lengths for that. More range defense, sure. Maximum health could be good. Melee defense, maybe stagger on being hit. Let's go for the stone part. Alright, let's put those on. Where are you, Eric? There we are. There. 40% magic defense, 7% melee defense, 21% range defense, which should be good against those corpse archers in the Fallow Mire, to which we turn now. Since we are mostly fighting undead and demons here, I thought I might give another reading of related codex entries while the time lapse is still going. And there are two full corpses. One is from Origins and Dragon Age 2, and the other one is from Inquisition. First one from Origins and Dragon Age 2. To anyone who doubts the wickedness of blood magic, I say, with your own hands strike down the corpses of your own brothers who have fallen in the battle to Malefica. Then we may discuss morality. Knight Commander Benedictus in a letter to the Divine, 546 Exalted. The walking dead are not, as superstition would lead you to believe, the living come back for revenge. They are, rather, corpses possessed by demons. The shambling corpse, controlled by a demon of sloth, causes its enemies to become weak and fatigued. Corpses possessed by rage demons go berserk and simply wade into their opponents mindlessly. Devouring corpses are held by hunger demons and feed upon the living. The more powerful demons rarely deign to possess a dead host. And the one from Inquisition? In most corners of Thedas, funeral rites include burning or dismembering the dead to prevent them from becoming host to demons. But not everyone gets a proper burial. It is not unheard of for the dead to be thrown into mass graves in the aftermath of a battle or execution, almost asking some demon to claim the corpses. From beyond the veil, spirits and demons by Enchanter Mirdromel. Skeletons. The demons of the Fate are jealous of the world that sends from across the veil. They constantly push against the boundaries of the Fate, and when they finally cross over, they attempt to possess the first living creature they see. They are unable, however, to distinguish that which was once living from that which still is. In fact, a corpse provides an even more tempting target to a weaker demon, as it has no will with which to resist the possession. The demon cannot rationalize why this is so. It only sees a target and grasps at the opportunity. A skeleton is exactly that, a corpse animated by a possessing demon. Upon finding itself trapped within a body that cannot sustain it, the demon is driven insane. It seeks to destroy any life that it encounters, attacking without thought to its own welfare. The exact names given to skeletons of this type vary according to the nature of the demons it possesses. A fanged skeleton is a skeleton possessed by a hunger demon. These skeletons devour whatever life they encounter and often possess the ability to drain life energy and mana from their victims. A shambling skeleton is a slower moving skeleton possessed by a sloth demon, able to bring entropic powers against its opponents, slowing them and even putting them to sleep. More powerful demons have been known to command skeletons, but at that level they are known by other names. Revenants and Arcane Horrors, to name two. Revenant. An entire unit of men, all slain by one creature. I didn't believe it at first, your perfection, but it appears that this is so. We have a survivor, and while at first I thought his rant is pure exaggeration, it appears to be no simple skeleton. The descriptions of the creature's abilities were eerily similar to those our brothers at Manaspel encountered almost a century ago. Men pulled through the air to skewer themselves on the creature's blade, and attacked so quick that it was able to assault multiple opponents at once. No, your perfection, what we have here is indeed a revenant, and nothing less. From a letter to Divine Amara III, 571 Exalted. A revenant is a corpse possessed by a demon of pride or of desire, making it amongst the most powerful possessed opponents that one can face. Many possess spells, but most are armed and armored to prefer the use of their martial talents. They are weak against physical attacks, but regenerate quickly, and commonly use telekinesis to pull opponents into melee range should they try to flee. Revenants also have the ability to strike multiple opponents surrounding them. Stay at range if possible and strike quickly. That is the only way to take such a creature down. Arcane Horror. Upon ascending to the second floor of the tower, we were greeted by a gruesome sight. A ragged collection of bones wearing the robes of one of the senior enchanters. I had known her for years, watched her raise countless apprentices, now she was a mere puppet for some demon. Transcribed from a tale told by a Templar in Antiva City, 713 Storm. Demons, of course, have no form in our world. When they enter either where the veil is particularly thin or through blood magic summoning, they must take possession of a body. When a pride demon takes control of the corpse of a mage, an arcane horror is born. Although they appear to be little more than bones, these are fierce creatures, possessing not only all the spellcasting abilities of a living mage, but also the capacity to heal and even command other animated corpses. Codex entry for demonic possession. Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims that they are malevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angry at their creator for turning from them and jealous of those creations he considered superior. They stare across the veil at the living and do not understand what they see, yet they know they crave it. They desire life. They pull the living across the veil when they sleep and prey on their psyche with nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into our world to possess it outright. We know that any demon will seek to possess a mage, and upon doing so will create an abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of an abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified. Enchanter Brahm's categorization of demons into their portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon has held since the Tower Age. According to Brahm, the weakest and most common of demons are those of rage. They are the least intelligent and most prone to violent outbursts against the living. They expend their energies quickly, the most powerful of them exhibiting great strength and occasionally the ability to generate fire. Next are the demons of hunger. In the living house they become cannibals and vampires, and within the dead they feed upon the living. Theirs are the powers of draining, both of life force and of mana. Next are the demons of sloth, the first on Brahm's scale that are capable of true intelligence. In its true form, this demon is known as a shade, a thing which is nearly indistinct and invisible. For such is sloth's nature. It hides and stalks, unaware, and when confronted, it shows fatigue and apathy. Demons of desire are amongst the most powerful, and are the ones most likely to seek out the living and actively trick them into a deal. These demons will exploit anything that can be coveted: wealth, power, lust, and they will always end up getting far more than they give. A desired demon's province is that of illusions and mind control. Strongest of all demons are those of pride. These are the most feared creatures to loose upon the world, masters of magic and in possession of vast intellect. They are the true schemers. It is they who seek most strongly to possess mages, and will bring other demons across the veil in numbers to achieve their own ends. Although what that might be has never been discovered. A greater bright demon brought across the veil will threaten the entire world. From The Maker's First Children by Beda, Senior Enchanter of Ostwick, 812 Blessed. Abominations. We arrived in the dead of night. We had been tracking the Malefica for days, and finally had him cornered. Or so we thought. As we approached, a home on the edge of the town exploded, sending splinters of wood and fist-sized chunks of rocks into our ranks. We had but moments to regroup before fire rained from the sky. The sounds of destruction wrapped in a hideous laughter from the center of the village. There, perched atop the spire of the village chantry, stood the mage. But he was human no longer. We shouted prayers to the Maker and deflected what magic we could, but as we fought, the creature fought harder. I saw my comrades fall, burned by the flaming sky or crushed by the debris. The monstrous creature, looking as if a demon were wearing a mail like a twisted suit of skin, spotted me and grinned. We had forced it to this, I realized. The mage had made this pact, given himself over to the demon to survive our assault. Transcribed from a tale told by a former Templar in Cumberland, 884 Blessed. It is known that mages are able to walk the Fate while completely aware of their surroundings, unlike most others who may only enter the realm as dreamers and leave it scarcely aware of their experience. Demons are drawn to mages, but whether it is because of this awareness or simply by virtue of their magical power in our world is unknown. Regardless of the reason, a demon always attempts to possess a mage when it encounters one, by force or by making some kind of deal depending on the strength of the mage. Should the demon get the upper hand, the result is an unholy union known as an abomination. Abominations have been responsible for some of the worst cataclysms in history, and the notion that some mage in a remote tower could turn into such a creature, unbeknownst to any, was the driving force behind the creation of the Circle of Magi. Thankfully, abominations are rare. The Circle has methods for weeding out those who are too at risk for demonic possession, and scant few mages would give up their free will to submit to such a bond with a demon. But once an abomination is created, it will do its best to create more. Considering that the entire squads of Templars have been known to fall at the hands of a single abomination, it is not surprising that the Chanty takes the business of the Circle of Magi very seriously indeed. Sylvans. For demons crossing over into our world, mankind is not always the preferred prey. Possessing humans means risking encounters with powerful mages and Templars, as well as other complications. Some demons find it far easier to seek out animals or even plants, assuming that these will make as suitable a host as a human. Those that possess trees are known as wild Sylvans. Generally, only demons of rage, the weakest of the demon hierarchy, will become a Sylvan. Once they do, they must spend a great deal of time twisting and molding the host in order to make it mobile. And once they have, the Sylvan is a powerful and deadly opponent. Other, more intelligent spirits have also been known to become Sylvans, and are generally much less violent, but these are rare. Slow but immensely powerful, wild Sylvans prefer to lay in ambush, waiting for a victim to become lost, tired, or trapped before closing in for the kill. They hide among regular trees, nearly undetectable until they begin to move and to reach. When they do come to life, as some travelers say, they stand tall, roots forming into legs and feet and branches stretching out into lashing arms. When not presented with a living target, however, it has been noted that Sylvans often fall into a form of dormancy, perhaps brought on by the nature of their tree host. While mobile, they normally return to wherever they were rooted once their prey has been killed. For both these reasons, a forest that has Sylvans within can become incredibly dangerous to pass through for very long periods of time. Into demons and spirits proper. Wraith. Like wisps, wraiths are sometimes thought to be the remains of spirits or demons that have been destroyed. They cannot shape the fate around themselves, nor are they capable of mimicking forms they see in the minds of dreamers, as many weaker spirits do. Instead, they are the scavengers of the fate, dwelling in the shadows of stronger beings, feeding on scraps of thought and emotion. From beyond the veil, spirits and demons by Enchanter Mirtramel. Wisp. A great deal is made of the most powerful demons, those that create abominations and those that have changed the history of Thedas. It is often forgotten that not all demons are such awe-inspiring beings. Some that break through the cracks in the veil into our world are known as wisps, a sliver of a thought that once was. A wisp is a demon that has lost its power. Either it has existed in our world for too long without finding a true host, or it has been destroyed, often so refound by other demons. What remains of its mind clings tightly to the one concept that created it, a hatred of all things living. While its ability to target a living creature is limited, these wisps often mindlessly attack when encountered in the Fade. In the living world, they often have been known to maliciously lure the living into dangerous areas, being mistaken for lanterns or other civilized light sources. This does, however, seem to be the very limit of their cunning. From the journal of former senior enchanter Melius, once of the Circle of Ravane, declared apostate in 920 Dragon. Shade. It has often been suggested that the only way for a demon to affect the world of the living is by possessing a living, or once living, body. But this is not always true. Indeed, a shade is one such creature, a demon in its true form that has adapted to affect the world around it. My hypothesis is this. We already know that many demons become confused when they pass through the veil into our world. They are unable to tell the living from the dead, the very static nature of our universe being confusing to a creature that is accustomed to a physicality defined entirely by emotion and memory. Most demons seek to immediately seize upon anything they perceive as life, jealously attempting to possess it. But what of those that do not? What of those that encounter no life, or fail to possess a body? What of those that are more cautious by their nature? These demons watch, they lurk, they envy. In time, such a demon will learn to drain energy from the psyche of those it encounters, just as it did in the Fate. Once it has drained enough, it has the power to manifest and will forever after be known as a shade. Such a creature spurns possession. It instead floats as a shadow across its piece of land, preying upon the psyche of any who cross its path. Perhaps it believes itself still in the Fate? There is evidence to believe that is so. A shade will weaken the living by its very proximity. If it focuses its will, it can drain a single target very quickly. Some have even been known to assault the minds of the living victim, causing confusion or horror and making the target right for the kill. The tragedy of a shade is perhaps that, once it has drained a target whole, its appetite is only heightened rather than slackened. From the Journal of Former Senior Enchanter Malleus, once of the Circle of Rovane, declared apostate in 920 Dragon. Fear. Imagine, if you will, the most basic impulses possessed by mankind. Rage, hunger, perhaps the most primal is fear. Even the youngest of us understands this concept, and the raw power of it drives almost all else. A demon that preys upon fear is not the most sophisticated sort of creature. They mimic forms they see in the nightmares of mortals, hoping to elicit the response they crave. Some of these demons, however, stumble upon terrors that are much more deeply rooted. Fears of the future, of chaos and disorder, of failure. This sort of demon develops a far more refined palate, attacking the psyche of the target rather than seeking a simple scare. Beware the fear demon that gorges upon the terror of not only a single nightmare, but of a nation, for it will grow to such a size that it dominates the fate. From a lecture by renowned Templar, Sir Hayward. Terror. We heard the screams from miles away, out in the darkness where we couldn't see anything. Once, back when I worked on my uncle's farmhold in the Bannerman, there was a calf that fell into a gulch and broke its leg. I should have run for help, but I thought I could drag it back to safety on my own. I wasn't strong enough, however, and each time I tried to pull, its leg. The calf screaming haunts me to this day, and that's what I heard out there. Like the calf was coming for me, come to rip off my leg ever so slowly so I knew what it felt like. But we all heard something different, you see. One of the others said he'd run into Darkspawn at Ostergal, and the scream he heard was from something called a shriek. Another said it was a dragon roar, just like the beast that burned his family. That's when I knew what was out there was a demon. Something that wasn't just looking to make us afraid. It wanted us gibbering in terror. It wanted us running for our lives. And we did. I couldn't rightly tell you what it even looked like. There was something in the shadows, and even though we were ready when it let out that howl, I turned and ran. I couldn't even control myself. My bowels turned into water. I dropped my sword and I took off. It was only later when I realized I was separated from the others, and that there were more of these demons out there, hungry for more of my panicked tears. From a report given by Harold, soldier of the Ferelden army, 915 Dragon. Although I find the date a little bit odd, because one of the other people who encountered these terror demons said they encountered Darkspawn at Ostagar, so I wonder if there were Darkspawn at Ostagar even before the Battle of Ostagar, which was in 930 Dragon. And again, this is dated to 915 Dragon. A little bit off. Rage. Encountered in Fate, the true form of a rage demon is a frightening sight. A thing of pure fire, its body seemingly made of amorphous lava, and its eyes two pinpricks of baleful light radiating from its core. The abilities of such a demon center on the fire it generates. It burns those who come near, and the most powerful of its kind are able to lash out with bolts of fire and even firestorms that can affect entire areas. Fortunately, even powerful rage demons are less intelligent than most other varieties. Their tactics are simple: attack an enemy on sight with as much force as possible until it perishes. Some rage demons carry over their heat-based abilities into possessed hosts, but otherwise the true form is mostly seen outside the Fate, when it's specifically summoned by a mage to do his bidding. Transcript of a lecture given by Varen, Templar Commander of Tentervale, 686D. Sloth. And I looked at the creature and it had become me. A veritable copy of my form, my very mind, stared back at me as if from within a mirror. I thought surely that this was a trick, an illusion meant to put me off guard. But as I engaged the thing with my sword, it fought me with maneuvers that I recognized. It parried as I parried, it swung as I swung. It spoke to me and said things that only I could know. I think this demon of sloth has no form or identity of its own. It is envy as much as sloth, I believe, and mine was not the first shape it stole that day. An excerpt from a transcribed deposition of Tyrannus, Templar Commander of Cumberland, 390 Towers. The most difficult assumption for some who study demons to overcome is the notion that a sloth demon is, in and of itself, slothful. If that were so, it seems highly unlikely that any such demons would cross the veil into our world, or once here would fight to possess any creature with a will of its own. And we know both these things do not be the case. Certainly some demons are lazy and complacent, but who knows? Perhaps these creatures even cultivate such a reputation. The truth is that demons of sloth are named so because this is the portion of the human psyche that they feed upon. Doubt, apathy, entropy. They seek to spread these things. The sloth demon hides in its forms, a master of shapes and disguises, always in the last place you look, and from its hiding place it spreads its influence. A community afflicted by a demon of sloth would soon become dilapidated. A dilapidated pit where injustices are allowed to pass without comment, and none of the residents could be aware that such a change has even taken place. The sloth demon weakness, tires, tears at the edges of consciousness and would much rather render its victim helpless than engage in a true conflict. Such creatures are best faced only with a great deal of will, and only with an eye to piercing their many disguises. Despair. Once upon a time we classified these as demons of sloth, but we learned that despair demons are something quite different. They are not the antithesis of justice or valor, but rather of hope. They form nightmares tearing away the foundations of self and purpose. When brought into the world, they are most attracted to places the downtrodden populate. Alienages, slums, prisons, and the like. The miasma they spread can lead to extreme behavior. We look for a rash of unexplained suicides, people so filled with grief they lash out. The most intelligent of these creatures are to be feared. Where they not only feed on despair, they understand its causes, and seek to bring it about. From the shadows they ruin lives, drinking the tears of those who have no idea the cause of their misery is neglect and chance. From a lecture by renowned hunter Sir Hayward of the Temple. Desire. In all my studies, I must say that the most intriguing was my interview with the Desire Demon. That the creature was willing to speak with me was a sign that this was no mere monster, mindlessly driven by its nature, but rather a rational being as interested in me as I was in it. It took a form that I would call female, though I had no doubt that it could appear otherwise. I wondered if it appeared as it did because I wanted it to, or because I expected it to. She, and indeed I could only think of her as such now, smiled warmly at me and laughed a musical sound that seemed to thrill my old heart. So frightened was I of this creature's legendary abilities to twist the hearts of men, and so relieved was I when I looked across the table into her dark eyes. This was a fearsome creature of the faith. But as I spoke with her, I slowly came to realize that this demon was nearly misunderstood as we mages are ourselves. From the Journal of Pharmacy and Enchanter Malleus, once of the Circle of Ruvain, declared apostolate in 920 Dragon. Of all the threats from beyond the Whale, few are more insidious and deceptively deadly than the Desire Demon. In folklore, such demons are characterized as peddlers of lust, luring the prey into a sexual encounter only to be slain at the culmination. While the Desire Demon can indeed deal with pleasure, and could they deal with any manner of desire that humans can possess, wealth, power, and beauty, to name a few. Far more intelligent than the bestial hunger and rage demons, and more ambitious than the demons of sloth, these dark spirits are among the most skilled at tempting mages into possession. Many who serve the whims of a Desire Demon never realize it. They are manipulated by illusions and deceit if not outright mind control. Although these demons are reluctant to resort to such crude measures, instead they seem to take great pleasure in corruption. The greater the deceit, the greater their victory. Only demons of pride prove more fearsome opponents when roused. Their abilities to affect the mind allow them to assume disguises and even alter the environment to their purposes. Not to mention the great strength and speed they possess, they should have to resort to more physical means. Most often a Desire Demon will attempt to bargain its way to freedom if overpowered. Many stories exist that depict mages defeating Desire Demons to the point where a wish can be wrested from them. It should be noted that in such stories the demon always gets the upper hand even when the mage thinks his wish has been granted. Pride Demons. And again there are two codex entries, one from Origins and Dragon Age 2 and the other from Inquisition. Let me explain what it is to face a Pride Demon, my friends. You may scoff and say that our talents exist only to face mages, but you will encounter demons often. They will be summoned by a Malefica and bound to do his bidding, and while at times they will be forced into the possession of a host, they will also face you in their true form. A powerful opponent indeed. Do not underestimate it. Pride is powerful and intelligent. When we have encountered one in its true form, its most common attacks are bolts of fire and ice. Fire they will use to burn an opponent, and a magical flame will combust anything you wear regardless of make. Ice they will use to freeze an opponent in place. Be cautious, for they enjoy employing this against warriors in particular. More than one group of Templars has made the mistake of attempting to overwhelm a Pride Demon and suffer the consequences, believe me. And if you think that having the aid of other mages will assist you, you are wrong. Pride Demons can render themselves immune to magic for a short time, and are adept at dispelling magic that is cast upon you, as much as we Templars are able to disrupt spells. Think on that for a moment, my friends. Be wary of how prideful you become, lest you find too much in common with such a fiend. Transcript of a lecture given by Vera, Templar Commander of Tentavale, 68016. And the one from Inquisition? The most powerful demons yet encountered are the Pride Demons, perhaps because they, among all their kind, most resemble men. As clever and manipulative as the Desire Demon, with a penchant for cruel irony that is almost human. While the demons of desire largely engage in the bribery of mortals, pride will use mortals' own best nature against them. Clever men outwit themselves. Strong men crush themselves. Humble men forget themselves. Jealous men fear themselves. They turn corruption and ruin into an art. From beyond the veil, spirits and demons may enchant their metal. Envy. Envy demons are equal parts arrogance and cowardice. They isolate their victims to study them at length, seeking to become them. Once a demon is satisfied, it knows its chosen subject. It takes on their form, leaving the poor soul to rot. Envy is never satisfied, however. The demon's bottomless cravings to be more powerful, more skilled, more inspired, cause it to seek fresh prey, leaving a trail of stolen identities behind. This transition is when envy is weakest, for it's vulnerable as it moves from body to body, slavishly copying the habits of the old identity until it finds another mortal to mimic. This is why I am writing this down. The man cowering before me wanted so badly to know what a demon thinks, wants, feels. He would document everything. Everything. He resists a prisoner in his own home. But I already know this. I hunger for knowledge as he does. As I will. Scroll found on the body of Esma Trevianta by the Templars who hunted him down. Surprisingly, there is no codex entry for hunger demons per se, although they are mentioned several times, like in the skeleton codex entry or in the codex entry for demonic possession in general. And now that I am through with these codex entries, we're about to return to normal speed in 3, 2, 1. And now, while you're still seeing a time lapse in the top left corner of your screen, the time lapse of me cashing in my success of all those diseased tissues and Pharrellan tomes, all this blue vitriol and summerstone. I will go back to Haven to craft a little bit. I do have less of a plan than I had when I did some crafting after, what was it? 24 hours or so of grinding. Now it's 48 hours. But I do want to give Cassandra some weapon that has heal on kill. And then maybe I'll craft some other stuff depending on what resources I have. This time I'm not going back to the Black Emporium to get the best stuff possible, I just use what I have. I'll save the good stuff for the time when I can use masterwork crafting. But that will probably...
Pass my thanks to the researchers.
I will. Yeah, when I can use Mastercraft stuff. Now I want something with offense cloth. Cloth, here we have something. Dawnstone. Yes, let's use that. Stagger on hit, what else we have? Attack bonus. Attack, stagger, attack, stagger, guard damage bonus. Why not? And then on the other one, let's try here, heal on kill. That's what I wanted. And stagger on hit, attack bonus. Yeah, sure, let's make it a little bit better than what I actually intended to. Healing Brutal Battle Axe. Know what? That actually sounds good. Healing Brutal Battle Axe.
Right.
So, Cassandra. I hope that's better. Oh, yes, it's better. And that grip. Modify weapons. Let's remove that. Confirm. Staff can do nothing. Only a rune. I don't have a monster. I don't really need that anymore. Cassandra. Can I craft a heft? One-handed. Reinforced one-handed heft. Let's try that. What can you give me? Flanking damage bonus or critical damage bonus? I think I like that better. Can I put critical chance in the other one? Armor penetration, attack, stagger. More guard damage bonus might also be something. Guard damage bonus. Guard damage bonus. Yeah, I got so much Summer Stone, this is basically free. Alright, let's put that in. Cassandra, here. Select. There, more critical damage and even more guard damage, which is now 14%. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Alright, then maybe, just maybe, a different armor for Varric. What do you have right now? Hold on, Varric. You have 132. 132. I think we can beat that somewhat. Okay, not with this. Refine programming. Oh, utility leather. Defense. I don't know. Again, I'll just use what I have. Truffalo hide. Why do I have so much truffalo hide? Hold. Range defense. I think range defense is better. Fire resistance. Heal bonus would be nice. Magic defense. Yeah, let's go with magic defense. And what else we got here? Cold, fire, cold, or more ranged defense. Yeah, I think I'll go with more ranged defense. I like that. Yeah, restriction rogue only, but it's for Varric, so it's fine. And, no, wait, let's modify it first. Wait, no. Where's... There. Let's remove that, confirm, and add them in here. From 5 magic defense to 13, and from 16 range defense to 23. That's nice. Wait, relax as well. Also some melee defense and a lot more range defense, which would be good for Varric. Yes, that looks fine.
Looks fine.
So, that's what I just said. Looks fine. So what else can I do? Solas, what staff do you have? You have that really weak fire staff. Could give you that one. It's a lot better. It's frost damage. But since I'm not grinding skeletons or corpses anymore, cold damage should be fine. And actually we're splitting it a bit. Me on fire and you on cold. Also there's a lot. Do I have any grips? Oh, this one has a staff blade. Let's start that. Okay, let's remove that. I also won't be needing this anymore. Okay. Extra stuff. Did I need something interesting? Do I have something interesting? No, I only have a rune slot, and I don't have runes yet. So, but what was I wanted to do? Wrath of Leviathan, remove those upgrades. Remove, confirm.
Good.
Alright. Alright, what else we got? So you... 109. 109. I can probably do better than 109. Even with what we got here. Legion of the Dead is dwarf only. Refined Battlemaster stuff. Let's try this. Yeah, even level 1 is a lot better. Iron. Summerson is all level 1. I don't have enough. And as I said, I'm not going to the Black Emporium to buy better stuff now. I just use a little bit of the 458 units of iron that I have, which already gives me twice the armor than Cassandra has now. Stagger when being hit. Melee. Or more health from the Summerstone. Actually, I like the health bonus. It's just good in every aspect. Fire, cold. Yeah, cold, fire, or cold. Of which you have the most? Of Druffelohide. Cold resistance it is then. Heal bonus, fire resistance, spirit resistance, or electrical resistance. I have already cold. Do I want something else? Do I want to mix? Or just plain heal bonus? Actually, heal bonus might just be alright. Yeah, almost twice the armor. And I can use those arms. Hold on, Varric. There we go. Which means I don't need this anymore. There, I want to remove the arms first. Or here, arms and legs. Don't need this, don't need this. Okay, reinforced defender armor and defender armor. Remove those
Serve you well.
upgrades. Also, you might notice in the other screen that I went to the Black Emporium, is what I was wanting to say. To get more blue vitriol, because I actually ran out of blue vitriol. And another thing I didn't include is I went back to Haven for a while, which I didn't record, didn't put in this video, to gather more elf fruit. I actually ran out of elf fruit before I ran out of deceased tissue. That's how long I grinded. Melee defense or 8 strength? Well, clearly 8 strength and more health. And for legs, I think I already have those, yes. A little bit range defense and more strength. Total have plus 16 strength, that's actually quite good. Yeah. We're a lot stronger now. Solo still has something. Actually, I'm... No, wait, I got this. 280, yeah, I got the best stuff. Now let me see. I can move these 2 valuables and this. And as for weapons, I already put everything. Except for this, I wanted to remove the staff blade from the glacial staff. Glacial staff. Remove. Confirm. And then this can also go into the valuables bin. So, what do I have here? That can go. These are also weak. Hold on, can I add anything else here? No. To you, only a rune. And to you, also only a rune. Also a rune.
Serve you well.
So let me see, what can I sell? Upgrades. Gonna keep those just in case. Yeah. 18 out of 60. Maybe I can do something better. Amulet of Cunning, +2 cunning. What do you have? +10 constitution, +2 dexterity, well, it's also not the greatest. And you have Amulet of Second Wind, where you regain stamina. Yeah, sure. So I can sell these two. Rampage, Lunge and Slash, Firestorm, maybe later for something. Alright, can I do anything else that's interesting? Oh wait, for... no, I did. It does 37% range defense, that's really good on Varric. That's really good. Let me see, how are you all looking? And yes, I know I have points to spend. I'm keeping those for the specializations later. Much later. Takes only 25%. It's not so strong. Barrier damage bonus, a little bit. Critical damage bonus is okay. Critical chance could be better. Especially since I have this passive that allows me to sometimes call just to cast a second spell or the same spell a second time without cooldown in between. Heal and kill 60% could also be better. Flanking damage, yeah, that's just baseline. Magic defense 11, melee 36. Actually, I like that. Stagger on being hit, 2%, it's almost nothing. Yeah, I think I'll call it there. This was a long episode for me to record. It's like more than 50 hours of material, and yeah, this was a lot. Next time it will be a little bit more straightforward. A little bit.